lovely Rose Garden, and welcome back to Roselin Rants. I'm Avalon,
And I'm Ray.
and one day my introduction will be consistent. We are now back with Tuesday, May 24th, 2011. My high school graduation grows ever closer. And I already know that we don't have enough names to get through this whole chapter because there's emails. So we're going to just have to improv some names on the spot. Now, we have been reading As You Wish by Carrie Elways, the memoir on the making of The Princess Bride. So Princess Bride is on my mind, and that's probably what my names are going to be. You'll know when we ran out of names in the chat. To our supporters, I will start putting up themed name suggestions, and we can start getting that going for next week's episode. In the meantime, enjoy my improvisation. All right, here we go. The thought of citing the electronics plant in Detroit is depressing. I loathe Detroit. It holds nothing but bad memories for me. Memories I do my damnedest to forget. They surface mainly at night to remind me of what I am and where I came from.
Oh my god.
But Michigan is offering excellent tax incentives. It's hard to ignore what they are proposing in this report. Oh, so you're not paying your fair share of taxes there, are you? Too good to pay your taxes, are you? I'm sorry, you'll have to deal with my horrible accent.
Inflict notions on Christian.
Yeah, Ray showed me that it's Super Eye Patch Wolf.
Yeah.
Ray showed me the Super Eye Patch Wolf video on Notions, and it's become a thing now.
Regular Eye Patch Wolf.
Regular Eye Patch Wolf, sorry.
But yeah, either way, just, yeah. It's a whole thing.
It's been a time.
Yeah.
We're in the midst of a rather severe winter storm right now, so we don't really have access to the internet.
We're trying our best.
So we're just entertaining each other. I toss it on the dining table and take a sip of my Sancerre. Shit! It's warm. It's late. I should sleep. As I stand and stretch, there's a ping on my computer. An email. It might be from Ross, so I have a quick look. It's from Twink in a dress. Why is she still awake? From using the Animal Crossing New Horizons update to make the Hotel California. Subject, issues, date, May 24th, 2011. 2 minutes. To Christian Grey. Dear Mr. Grey, here's my list of issues. I look forward to discussing them more fully at dinner on Wednesday. The numbers refer to clauses. She's referring to the clauses? Scenes from a Hat has been thorough. I pull a copy up on screen for my reference. Y'all ready for the whole ass contract? There's a fair number of like emails and stuff in this chapter, but I'm gonna be real, it's mostly contract. Contract. Made this day blank of 2011, the commencement date, between Mr. Christian Grey of 301 Escala, Seattle, Washington, 98889, the dominant. Colin Mockery of 1114 Southwest Green Street, Apartment 7, Haven Heights, Vancouver, Washington, 98888, the submissive. The parties agree as follows. 1. The following are the terms of a binding contract between the dominant and the submissive. Fundamental terms. 2. The fundamental purpose of this contract is to allow the submissive to explore her sensuality and her limits safely, with due respect and regard for her needs, her limits, and her well-being. 3. The dominant and the submissive agree and acknowledge that all that occurs under the terms of this contract will be consensual, confidential, and subject to the agreed limits and safety procedures set out in this contract. Additional limits and safety procedures may be agreed in writing. 4. The dominant and the submissive each warrant that they suffer from no sexual, serious, infectious, or life-threatening illnesses, including, but not limited to, HIV, herpes, and hepatitis. If during the term, as defined below, or any extended term of this contract, either party should be diagnosed with, or become aware of any such illness, he or she undertakes to inform the other immediately and in any event prior to any form of physical contact between the parties.
This could
I think
be
that's
worded so much more succinctly.
I think that fourth one is literally a law.
Yeah, it is a law.
If you
You can't-
knowingly
yeah.
have an STD and don't disclose that information to your partner and they become infected,
Yeah.
I believe they can sue your ass for endangerment.
Yeah.
Especially HIV in 2011, because I know we have advanced so far in our medical treatments of HIV to the point where it's like nearly curable now, which is incredible. And I didn't think that would happen in my lifetime. Like this, to me, having a workable preventative for HIV infection that someone can just take. And I'm sure it's probably pretty expensive, as all medical things in America are. But that is like nearly on the level of having a cure for cancer to me. Like all those people in the 80s and 90s who died of HIV, all those voices that were just prematurely silenced, some of the greatest talents of our time taken so soon. And we have an over-the-counter cure for it, basically. Yeah. That's incredible. Yeah. That's amazing. That does not exist in 2011. Like, that's how recent this is. Exactly. So I just want us to take, I don't know. I didn't go to work today because of the storm. And now I'm in, like, I want to be educational mode. I really do love my job. I know I complain, but I love my work. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I just want us to pause and reflect on how incredible that is. Yeah. And it is, truly. So yeah, so far, nothing about the contract strikes me as egregious, except that it's so wordy.
Yeah, it's so wordy.
It's so
unnecessarily wordy.
It's like to the point of wordiness where it feels like rather than being clear, it's being vague.
Yeah. Well, you get the feeling that this guy's a billionaire. He probably issues vague contracts all the time because that's just...
It doesn't feel personal.
Well, it's not just the personal thing. It's like, people add things into contracts that, like, people don't necessarily notice. And then when they go back, it's all like, oh, but you signed this, so you have to do this, 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 and this. It's like, yeah, he's a CEO. He's duplicitous. I don't trust him.
Yeah, but I don't know. If someone approached me with a contract like this, it would be an immediate no. Yeah. I'm like, this doesn't actually tell me very much about what you want to do. Yeah. Or I don't even think in all of this contract, and we'll find out, but this is just from my recollections of reading 50 Shades of Grey. I don't think the whole no touching his chest thing is brought up even here. Yeah. And I'm like, that really should have been brought up by now. That should have been brought up the moment you started having sexual interactions, because that is a hard limit for him at this point. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, like that should have been day one stuff.
Yeah, but
And it's not even in this multiple page contract. Yeah. Like, why not? 5. Adherence to the above warranties, agreements, and undertakings, and any additional limits and safety procedures agreed under Clause 3 above, are fundamental to this contract. Any breach shall render it void with immediate effect, and each party agrees to be fully responsible to the other for the consequence of any breach. What does that fucking mean?
Like I said, it's vague on purpose because he's a CEO and he's a duplicitous sack of shit.
6. Everything in this contract must be read and interpreted in the light of the fundamental purpose and the fundamental terms set out in clauses 2 to 5 above. That means nothing. Yeah. That is just lawyer speak. Yeah. Roles. 7. The dominant shall take responsibility for the well-being and proper training, guidance, and discipline of the submissive. He shall decide the nature of such training, guidance, and discipline, and the time and place of its administration, subject to the agreed terms, limitations, and safety procedures set out in this contract or agreed additionally under Clause 3 above. 8. and the numbers are just like the paragraph markers, but I'm still going to read them. Just so you understand how many paragraphs there are. If at any time the dominant should fail to keep to the agreed terms, limitations, and safety procedures set out in this contract or agreed additionally under Clause 3 above, the submissive is entitled to terminate this contract forthwith and to leave the service of the dominant without notice. 9. Subject to that proviso and to clauses 2 through 5 above, the submissive is to serve and obey the dominant in all things, subject to the agreed terms, limitations, and safety procedures set out in this contract or agreed additionally under Clause 3 above. She shall without query or hesitation offer the dominant such pleasure as he may require, and she shall accept without query or hesitation his training, guidance, and discipline in whatever form it may take. So these okay, number 8 seems to be kind of a like incentive clause where it's like, oh, like if you don't like what's going on, you're allowed to say no. But then it's only if he fails to keep to the blah 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 within the contract, which we've already stated is rather intentionally vague. And then 7 and 9 say that he is basically allowed to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
So he could do anything and claim that it falls within the contract, the intentionally vague contract. And like, yes,
this is what I mean.
Technically, she has the ability to terminate, but not really.
This is what I mean by like, you know, he's a CEO. He's used to hiding shit in contracts that like work to his benefit and the signee's detriment, or the signer's detriment. Like, there is.
You ain't slick, Gray. We see what you're doing.
You ain't slick. You're a demon.
Billionaire.
Billionaire.
You should be embarrassed to be a billionaire. There is no ethical way to become a billionaire. And if you were ethical, you wouldn't be a billionaire. You would get rid of that money and funnel it into good causes.
And pay your taxes.
Yeah, you wouldn't be looking for like a way to get, oh, they're offering a tax incentive. Why the fuck does it matter? You're a billionaire. You can afford it. Maybe if you were a small business, that might be a reason to go with them because, you know, you might need a little bit of time to get off the ground, but you are not a small business. You're a billionaire. Why does it matter? It's a drop in the bucket to you. Anyway, sorry. I'll contain myself. I'm getting spicy. Commencement and term. 10. By the way, do you like the voice I chose for this document?
Yeah.
I'm trying my best.
Kind of sexy Alexa.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I'm going for Celexa.
Celexa. The newest pop sensation.
That would be a great pop star name. What a beautiful name for a girl.
What a beautiful name for a baby girl. Celexa.
HIV treatment.
My twins, a Celexa and HIV treatment.
It's one of those, like, theme names, you know? 10. The dominant and submissive enter into this contract on the commencement date, fully aware of its nature, and undertake to abide by its conditions without exception. 11. This contract shall be effective for a period of 3 calendar months from the commencement date, the term. On the expiry of the term, the parties shall discuss whether this contract and the arrangements they have made under this contract are satisfactory and whether the needs of each party have been met. Either party may propose the extension of this contract subject to adjustments to its terms or to the arrangements they have made under it. In the absence of agreement to such extension, this contract shall terminate and both parties shall be free to resume their lives separately.
Okay.
Better people than me have pointed out the very sketchy legality of all this. Because it's like, you can't sign yourself into sexual slavery to somebody. That's not going to hold up in court.
Yeah.
This is all lawyer kink.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here like, who is this for? Because again, like, I can understand, you know, the whole fantasy aspect of...
I sold myself to One Direction.
Yeah, it's that. But I'm like, okay, but specifically this part, like listing everything out with clauses and sub-clauses and shit. Who is this for?
I don't know.
Sorry, we're still getting over our cold.
Yeah. I'm sure that someone out there is like, oh yeah, I love you know, very dubiously ethical paperwork.
Yeah, like someone's got to like this. I just really hesitate to believe that it was millions of middle-aged women.
I mean, to be fair, okay. I don't think those middle-aged women were reading the contract.
That's true. I don't think this was anyone's.
But at the same time, I'm just over here like, ladies, please, let me introduce you to the AO3 explicit filter. Like,
girlies, this started as fan fiction. You know there's better out there. Even if you want like the, you know, oh, like I sold myself to be a CEO sex slave. Like I'm sure there's hundreds of works out there.
There is better out there.
You can have this fantasy. It's okay.
Yeah. But please get a better written version of it.
Yeah.
God, this sucks.
Anyway.
He's not even that kinky. He's just kind of a dickhead.
I would say that this contract is probably the kinkiest possible the kinkiest thing that he does in the whole trilogy is this contract, because it is clearly like lawyer play.
Yeah,
like
he's just all like, I want you to willfully sign yourself over to sexual slavery, which is like, you know, that's some role play kink stuff.
Like that. Okay, that sounds.
You can get into that. But like, yeah, like the rest of it is just, you know, he's emotionally abusive,
financially abusive, sexually abusive, not in a kink way,
sexually abusive, and sometimes he uses a belt. It's like,
it's everything else. It's
like, this isn't as hot as it was promised.
Yeah. And like I am legitimately, I know I complain about the contract because, you know, shitty lawyer speak. But if this was just presented as like part of the play,
yeah,
I would kind of, you know, I might be who this is for.
Yeah.
If this was just
where
play.
It's just all like, oh yeah, like you're in a you know, desperate financial position and you have the chance to sign yourself into sexual slavery in order to pay back your debt. No, like, I'm just over here like,
I'm like, it's just like my anime.
It's just like my
one specific anime.
It's like my favorite problematic yaoi. It's like,
so, but the problem is that this is like actually serious to him.
Yeah.
Like, he's taking this seriously, and I'm like, oh, well, that's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna keep going.
Anyway, like I said, I think that all the people who are really invested in this should watch No Money. Just
yeah,
if you want to see
the definition of uke and seme,
the definition of uke and seme play out sort of
very problematic romance.
What I assume that this kink would be, but played it like, you know, in an actual fucked up way where the narrative actually acknowledges that it's fucked up.
But fuck it, you're here to get off to it.
Yeah, it's all like, just say that.
Just say it.
Just say it.
Like, it's fine, just say it.
It's fine, just say it. If you're into this, it's fine, it's cool, it's fiction, shit. Who cares?
Now I want to watch Okane Ganai.
I mean, we can.
We
own it. When we own the first DVD, I still need to hunt down the second DVD.
The fucking hamster book.
It is at this point that you remember that there's a scene in Like Falling Stars that's shot based on fucking this horrible yaoi. It's like so pure and cute and Like Falling Stars, and then we're just over here like, yeah,
I mean, it did make me laugh my ass off.
We got this
You know,
from,
Conic and I.
from the most problematic yaoi we own a physical version of.
It's funny.
It is
You know,
funny.
Conic and I. It's not one of the fucked up scenes.
Yeah.
Hi, Winnie. Hi, baby.
I mean, let's be real. Even some of the fucked up scenes in Conic and I are hilarious simply because
it's ridiculous.
it's ridiculous.
You're not meant to take it seriously.
Yeah.
Unlike this. Oh, Winnie wants attention. Hi, baby girl. Hi, little baby. What are you guys doing?
Talking about the worst anime ever.
You talking about nice things, wholesome things?
Okay, no, it's not the worst anime ever. It could be way worse, but it is, like, horrendously problematic.
I mean,
like,
yeah,
best,
but, like, that's the point.
Yeah, in the best way, let's be real.
It's not trying to convince you that it's not problematic.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely...
The main character is fully like, oh shit, I'm becoming a victim of Stockholm Syndrome, aren't I?
I'm a Stockholm Syndrome sex slave. I guess I'll just have to ride this out for the rest of my days.
You know, like, a lot of people dump on O'Conic and I, and, like, for good reason.
Yeah.
But also, I'm just sitting here like, I mean, we're not supposed to think that any of this is good. We're all aware that this is horrible.
I'm invested in this because,
But it's, you know, it's what we're watching.
Because the seme is so self-hating.
It's like watching...
Just all like, shit.
It's like watching Succession. They're
Yeah.
all horrible people.
Yeah.
No one's pretending that anyone here has a moral anything, but you watch it anyway because it's fun to watch them fuck up.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, moving on. Alexa, play availability. Availability 12.
Alexa, please.
Winnie's just like, what's going on? I'm Winnie.
Winnie.
I want pets. It's chilly out. There's stuff falling from the sky. I don't like it.
Not that it bothers you. You're inside all the time.
The chickens are making noise.
Aw.
Poor baby. The submissive will make herself available to the dominant from Friday evenings through to Sunday afternoons each week during the term, at times to be specified by the dominant, the allotted times.
I'm just
Further
like,
allocated time can be mutually agreed
Dude,
to on an ad hoc basis.
he really is like, I want to take up all of your weekends, every single weekend.
For
that you
3
have.
months.
For 3 months. And it's like, no.
No.
Shit and die.
13. The dominant reserves the right to dismiss the submissive from his service at any time and for any reason. The submissive may request her release at any time, such request to be granted at the discretion of the dominant, subject only to the submissive's rights under clauses 2 through 5 and 8 above.
So
and this is where I'm like,
can dismiss her at any time, but she has to ask permission to be dismissed. And then I'm just over here like, honey, that's not how that works.
and I'm like, wouldn't she just
not come?
Yeah, wouldn't she just do something that voids the contract then? If
Yeah.
it's like, hey, I'm putting in my 2 weeks notice. Oh, you're not allowed to do that. Okay, well then I'm just gonna no call, no show.
Yeah.
Like, what are the legal repercussions if she just leaves? Like,
she's like, hey, well, I'm getting on a plane to Florida.
Yeah, bye.
It's like, jackass.
Or Georgia, I think.
Well, either way.
Either.
I just said Florida. I didn't actually mean to
Foreshadowing is a literary device.
reference specifically what actually does happen, but just like, you know, it's like,
okay, bye,
okay,
Dick.
bye. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you don't.
And once again,
You don't get to presume.
if this was just part of the play, this would be like, oh, hee, sexy.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's meant to be like an actual legal document.
Yeah, it's literally an employment contract that he's like trying to foist onto her and being all like, oh, by the way, you can't leave, like, unless I say so. And it's like,
That's
no.
called human trafficking.
No, that's not how that works.
I don't know if that's the actual definition of human trafficking.
And
that most definitely sounds like employment trafficking.
And no fucking NDA would save him from getting his ass sued off if she wanted to, dissolve the contract. It's like, that's not gonna happen.
No. All right.
A court would look at this contract and be all like, yeah, no, this isn't
You can't
sound.
do that.
Yeah.
And if any lawyer was involved in creating this, they are disbarred immediately.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
all right. So Alexa, play location. Location 14. The submissive will make herself available during the allotted times and agreed additional times at locations to be determined by the dominant. The dominant will ensure that all travel costs incurred by the submissive for that purpose are met by the dominant. Service provisions 15. The following service provisions have been discussed and agreed and will be adhered to by both parties during the term. Both parties accept that certain matters may arise that are not covered by the terms of this contract or the service provisions, or that certain matters may be renegotiated. In such circumstances, further clauses may be proposed by way of amendment. Oh yeah, amendments.
Amend me, baby. Oh.
Any further clauses or amendments must be agreed, documented, and signed by both parties and shall be subject to the fundamental terms set out under clauses 2 through 5 above. Are you ready for sub-clauses?
Oh, subclause me harder.
Dominant 15.1. The dominant shall make the submissive's health and safety a priority at all times. The dominant shall not at any time require, request, allow, or demand the submissive to participate at the hands of the dominant in the activities detailed in Appendix 2.
Appendixes, oh god.
Or in any act that either party deems to be unsafe. The dominant will not undertake or permit to be undertaken any action which could cause serious injury or any risk to the submissive's life. The remaining subclauses of this clause 15 are to be read subject to this proviso and to the fundamental matters agreed in clauses 2 through 5 above.
I'm just over here like, doesn't he tie her up at one point? And he also uses a cane, doesn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, so those can, by definition,
cause serious
injury. Like,
if you do it badly, which he does.
Yeah, he does. But, like, you know, this is just like, oh, you can't do anything that would even, you know, has the chance of it. So he's already voided his own thing. Because, yeah, like...
Well, he wasn't under contract yet.
Well, no, like... Even well, she never does sign the contract.
Yeah, she never signs this, by the way. This is all moot.
But like, you know, he assumedly he did this with other subs with this same contract. So yeah, he voids his own contract.
But everything is to be determined by the dominant. So if he doesn't deem it a serious injury for...
Oh, well, okay. So he could, like, say fireplay, and he's all like, I'm a professional. I'm super good at this, guys. Let me burn your hair off. And he can just be all like, yeah, this isn't...
Listen, it was only a 2nd-degree burn, and that is not a serious injury.
Yeah, it's like...
Like, what I
would kill this man.
The way I interpret this is that a serious injury would be, you know, landing you in a hospital. But again, if you fuck up, these things can put you in a hospital.
Yeah, the whole thing with it is...
Could you get the mouse?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like the whole thing with this is that these things could land you in a hospital if you don't do it right.
There is a risk.
Yeah.
That's what part of the appeal is, you know? Yeah. It's high risk, high reward type activity. Mm-hmm. It's like getting on a roller coaster.
Beating someone...
Most likely nothing will go wrong, but the risk that something potentially could is part of what makes it a thrill ride.
I'm just over here, and it's all like, beating someone with a cane tends to hurt.
Yeah.
Especially because this guy clearly doesn't know how to use a cane properly. But yeah.
Anyhow, I'm gonna keep going.
Mm-hmm.
15.2. The dominant accepts the submissive as his to own, control, dominate, and discipline during the term. The dominant may use the submissive's body at any time during the allotted times, or any agreed additional times, in any manner he deems fit, sexually or otherwise. 15.3. We've already harped on this.
Yeah.
The dominant shall provide the submissive with all necessary training and guidance in how to properly serve the dominant. 15.4. The dominant shall maintain a stable and safe environment in which the submissive may perform her duties in service of the dominant. 15.5. The dominant may discipline the submissive as necessary to ensure the submissive fully appreciates her role of subservience to the dominant.
That's also very vague.
Yeah, and to discourage unacceptable conduct. The dominant may flog, spank, whip, or corporally punish the submissive as he sees fit for the purposes of discipline, for his own personal enjoyment, or for any other reason which he is not obliged to provide.
So he's not obliged to provide a reason.
So he can just walk up and slap her and...
Yeah, he can walk up and smack her around. Okay. Just like...
would not be an enticing scene for me, but whatever.
Okay.
15.6. In training and in the administration of discipline, the dominant shall ensure that no permanent marks are made upon the submissive's body, nor any injuries incurred that may require medical attention. 15.7. In training and in the administration of discipline, the dominant shall ensure that the discipline and the instruments used for the purposes of discipline are safe, shall not be used in such a way as to cause serious harm, and shall not in any way exceed the limits defined and detailed in this contract. 15.8. In case of illness or injury, the dominant shall care for the submissive, seeing to her health and safety, encouraging and, when necessary, ordering medical attention when it is judged necessary by the dominant.
Okay, so he can have her forcibly hospitalized.
I mean, he basically does.
Yeah.
I mean, not like hospitalized in terms of staying there, but he does make appointments with his own approved OBGYN.
Yeah, but...
And which is, another form of control and abuse.
But it's like, yeah, like it straight up says in this, she's giving the right away that he can, if he so deems it, have her forcibly hospitalized. Which is... something you should really get a lawyer for.
Yeah, like...
But he's not allowing that because of some bullshit NDA.
Fuck, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it's the thing where, like, when you're married, you have it. Yeah. Like if I were, like, to fall into a coma or something... Yeah,
I get you. I could make decisions.
Yeah, you could make medical decisions on my behalf because we're married.
Yeah.
Like... this is one of the biggest, like, things between couples that you really kind of have to discuss.
And she's going to give this away to a guy that, like, she hasn't spoken to for more than a cumulative, like, 3 days, tops. It's like...
yeah, I don't care for that. 15.9. The dominant shall maintain his own good health and seek medical attention when necessary in order to maintain a risk-free environment. But it's not a risk-free environment.
Yeah.
It cannot be a risk-free environment.
It's BDSM. It's legitimately... the risk is part of the thing.
And, like, obviously, I think what he means by this is getting tested for STDs regularly. Which, just fucking say that.
Yeah, just say that.
But... yeah, like, you can take every precaution possible, and not just in BDSM, but in any form of sexual activity. Mm-hmm. You can take every possible precaution, and it is still not risk-free.
Yeah.
Like, getting in a car is not risk-free. Going outside, there is never a risk-free activity that you can do on this earth. 15.10. The dominant shall not loan his submissive to another dominant. 15.11. The dominant may restrain, handcuff, or bind the submissive at any time during the allotted times or any agreed additional times for any reason and for extended periods of time. Giving due regard to the health and safety of the submissive. At least that last part is in there, but again, health and safety is determined by the dominant.
Yeah, and I'm just over here like, you shouldn't...
this isn't the safeguard he thinks it is.
Yeah. And also, I get the feeling that this guy would be the type of asshole to leave someone tied up and just leave for a while.
Which you don't do.
You're not allowed to do. Not allowed. It's not allowed.
I mean, I'm not going to tell like actual real life people what they can and can't do, but it is highly discouraged to leave anyone alone
while tied
up or restrained.
Well, yeah, because
if something happens, they can't.
Yeah, if something happens, or like they need to go to the fucking bathroom or something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be like a life-threatening scenario.
It's like just in general, while you're playing, probably, especially when it comes to rope and restraints and all that stuff, probably not the best idea to just like leave and do fucking something else.
Like, if you're going to the kitchen to get a glass of water, like, okay, fine. But if you're leaving for an extended period of time...
Yeah, it's like, no.
Don't be a dick. 15.2. Sorry, 12.
Oh, and also, okay, I'm going to bring up one more thing.
Okay.
So, the whole thing is that, like, she doesn't know all that much about BDSM going in. So, she doesn't know the whole etiquette around punishing.
Which is a huge issue.
So, like, she's gonna look at this and be all like, okay, so this just says that you can just, like, tie me up and, like, smack me around for any reason.
Bye.
And I'm just over here, like, and it seems that Christian clearly also doesn't really care about the etiquette around punishments, because he would instead word it as if, like, oh, when deemed, like, it's deemed a time for a punishment or something, and then, like, clarify what that means.
Yeah, this contract is so wordy and says nothing.
Yeah, it's like
it doesn't
anytime the dominant deems appropriate, like, means nothing, especially to someone who doesn't know all this stuff about BDSM.
Yeah,
it's like
if, I mean, I already have a lot of issues with this whole contract, but as we've discussed.
Yeah.
But if I was, like, completely unaware of what BDSM interactions were like, I would look at this and be like, well, this sounds like shit. This doesn't sound fun.
This sounds like
slavery. This sounds like I'm saying it's okay to abuse me, which a lot of outsiders think that that's what it is. Like, this doesn't help.
Yeah.
Anyway, 15.12. Sorry, I said 2 earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The dominant will ensure that all equipment used for the purposes of training and discipline shall be maintained in a clean, hygienic, and safe state at all times. Now you're just repeating yourself. You already said this.
Yeah.
Submissive. Sorry. I'm getting over that cold. 15.13. The submissive accepts the dominant as her master, with the understanding that she is now the property of the dominant, to be dealt with as the dominant pleases during the term generally, but specifically during the allotted times and any additional agreed allotted times. So now we're expanding beyond allotted times to just the full term.
Mm-hmm.
Red flags.
Mm-hmm.
Red flags popping up.
Yeah.
15.14. The submissive shall obey the rules set out in Appendix 1 to this agreement. 15.15. The submissive shall serve the dominant in any way the dominant sees fit, and shall endeavor to please the dominant at all times to the best of her ability. But what does that mean?
What does that mean,
What the
Goofy?
fuck does that mean, Goofy? What does pleasing the dominant mean? It doesn't tell her what to do.
Mm-hmm.
15.16. The submissive shall take all measures necessary to maintain her good health, and shall request or seek medical attention whenever it is needed, but only if the dom approves or deems it necessary. Like, the previous, this is contradicting the previous clauses, keeping the dominant informed at all times of any health issues that may arise. No, you are legally entitled to confidentiality.
Yeah. And also, okay, so this also is counteracted by that whole thing where he can forcibly hospitalize her whenever he wants. So if she thinks that something doesn't require hospitalization and he does, he has the authority to overrule her on that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, don't like that.
And see, what you might think would happen, since we're getting this from his point of view and with the culmination of his experiences, you might think that instead of just giving us the contract dry, he might include little anecdotes about why he included some of these rules, such as maybe, knowing with context from the series that one of his past submissives had some issues with self-harm.
Yeah.
That maybe he's like, I know that this is like kind of a huge invasion of stuff, but like there was a time when I needed to have someone hospitalized for her own safety, so I put that in here. I hope I never have to do that again.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it just comes off as it's just in there with everything else.
Yeah.
.17. The submissive will ensure that she procures oral contraception and ensure that she takes it as and when prescribed to prevent any pregnancy. So, again, not something I enjoy here because he is making a specific medical decision of what type of contraception she is supposed to use. There are many contraceptions. What if she, for whatever reason, can't take the pill?
What if she wants an IUD?
Yeah, what if she wants an IUD? What
or
if
a patch?
Or patch, or
yeah.
There's many other forms. Opening a Coke?
Yep. Sorry.
15.18. The submissive shall... Oh, I started slipped into my Christian voice.
Slipped into Batman.
The submissive shall accept without question any and all disciplinary actions deemed necessary by the dominant, and remember her status and role in regard to the dominant at all times. We haven't brought up safe words yet. And I know that safe words are a thing later on, but I'm like, I feel like that's something you want to put in, like, the very beginning.
And also...
to make sure that the person knows, hey, like, you are allowed to stop, though.
Yeah.
This is all just during play.
And also, like, he hasn't brought up the concept of, like, 24-hour play yet, or anything like that.
Yeah, it's, like, briefly mentioned, but we already highlighted that.
Yeah.
15.19. The submissive shall not touch or pleasure herself sexually without permission from the dominant. That one's fine. 15.20. The submissive shall submit to any sexual activity demanded by the dominant and shall do so without hesitation or argument. 15.21.
Well, wait a second. Okay, I do have a problem with the pleasuring yourself thing.
You do?
That wasn't, like, specified whether or not it's just during the weekend or, like, during the whole 3 months.
True. Everything else has been specified with, allotted times, but that part isn't.
It's just so, like, no, you're just not allowed to touch yourself.
To be consistent, it should say during terms or during allotted times.
Yeah.
Good call on that one.
But, once again, vague language of a CEO who wants everything his way.
Yeah. 15.21. The submissive shall accept whippings, floggings, spankings, canings, paddlings, or any other discipline the dominant should decide to administer without hesitation, inquiry, or complaint.
Anyway.
Except for safe wording, right? 15.22.
He probably sees safe wording as complaint.
The submissive shall not look directly into the eyes of the dominant, except when specifically instructed to do so. The submissive shall keep her eyes cast down and maintain a quiet and respectful bearing in the presence of the dominant. See, like, these are the ones that I'm more okay with because it's actually telling her what to do.
Yeah.
Like, if without these, I would just be like, so, like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, at least this gives her a guideline on what she's actually supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
15.23. The submissive shall always conduct herself in a respectful manner to the dominant, and shall address him only as Sir, Mr. Gray, or such other title as the dominant may direct. 15.24. The submissive will not touch the dominant without his express permission to do so. Okay, I guess it is there. Doesn't specify his chest, but it does say she's not supposed to touch him without permission. Which, is normal.
Yeah.
Don't touch people without consent. Like, I know some people are just huggers and they don't mean anything by it, but like,
Yeah.
please don't touch people without asking. I've had to have some very awkward conversations with coworkers who were just being friendly with me, but at the same time,
yeah,
I don't like to be touched. And then it puts the onus on me to explain to them that I don't want to be touched rather than have them just ask first.
Yeah.
You know? Activities. Room for activity.
I want to believe.
16. The submissive shall not participate in activities or any sexual acts that either party deems to be unsafe or any activities detailed in Appendix 2. 17. The dominant and the submissive have discussed the activities set out in Appendix 3 and recorded in writing on Appendix 3 their agreement in respect of them. Safe words. We're in paragraph 18, and we're now getting to safe words. The dominant and the submissive recognize that the dominant may make demands of the submissive that cannot be met without incurring physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, or other harm at the time the demands are made to the submissive. In such circumstances related to this, the submissive may make use of a safe word, the safe words. 2 safe words will be invoked depending on the severity of the demands. So it's literally outlining when she's allowed to safe word.
She is allowed to safe word whenever she feels like it.
Yeah, that's not how safe words work.
Also, why are the safe words specified just as hers?
Doms also need to use them.
also need to safe word. But, of course, you know, this is written by someone who probably actually isn't in the kink community and doesn't know that. Just assumes that all the doms are always raring to go all the time and, you know, are never...
Dom drop is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of your doms. They also require aftercare.
Yeah.
Like, even if you have a really great scene and everyone comes away satisfied, you still need aftercare.
Mm-hmm.
19. The safe word yellow will be used to bring to the attention of the dominant that the submissive is close to her limit of endurance. 20. The safe word red will be used to bring to the attention of the dominant that the submissive cannot tolerate any further demands. When this word is said, the dominant's actions will cease completely with immediate effect. But this doesn't... Dominant's action, which would imply that this is only during, like, sexual activity.
Yeah.
But... what about the rest of it?
Yeah, what about this 24-hour fucking slave roleplay kink he's got going on?
That you just kind of snuck in there.
Yeah.
Conclusion. 21. We, the undersigned, have read and understood fully the provisions of this contract. We freely accept the terms of this contract and have acknowledged this by our signatures below. The dominant, Christian Grey. Date. The submissive, Baby Stephen Colbert. Date. Appendix 1. You thought we were done? Rules. Obedience. The submissive will obey any instruction. And a lot of this is just repeating what we already read, but here you go.
Yeah.
The submissive will obey any instructions given by the dominant immediately, without hesitation or reservation, and in an expeditious manner. The submissive will agree to any sexual activity deemed fit and pleasurable by the dominant, excepting those activities that are outlined in Hard Limits, Appendix 2. She will do so eagerly and without hesitation. Okay, but doesn't the existence of Hard Limits Appendix 2 imply that he shouldn't be asking for those anyway?
Yeah.
And also, so, like, what... He's allowed to just beat the shit out of her for any or no reason. It doesn't say, hey, like, you know, if you don't follow the order, then punishment follows. Punishment can just happen.
Yeah.
Anytime, regardless. So, so what's the point of that?
I'm all like, that's just abuse. You're not playing a game anymore. You're just finding... You're just being all like, I feel the need to smack my slave around.
Yeah, that could just mean, I'm frustrated from something at work and I'm just gonna beat you to feel better.
Burnt the meatloaf. I'm just like, god
Which,
damn.
again, in the context of a fully fleshed out scene where there are clear roles and designations and rules in place, okay, if you want to role play domestic abuse, I guess fine, whatever. If you're both consenting,
you're allowed to do that.
But this isn't that.
But yeah, there's no terms here. There's no rules to the game. And if there's no rules to the game, it's not a game anymore. It's just
abuse.
It's just abuse.
Sleep. The submissive will ensure she achieves a minimum of 8 hours sleep a night when she is not with the dominant. So we're outside of allotted times.
Yeah.
And we are now in just the term, I guess. What if she has insomnia? Is that a thing that she is required to disclose medically?
What if something happens? What if she needs to, like,
catch a flight,
or say, drive someone to the hospital in the middle of the night or something like that?
Well, then she's gonna get her ass beat.
Then she's gonna get her ass beat by this asshole who doesn't know fucking how to actually place healthy limits.
Also, I don't know anyone who actually gets 8 hours of sleep. Like, I...
Imagine getting sleep.
I schedule myself to try to get 6 hours of sleep. And I consider that a really good night's sleep if I can get 6 hours.
Yeah.
Before I need to get up and go to work.
Yeah, I can't sleep for a full straight 8 hours.
Yeah, that's... like, I would... If I scheduled so that I went to bed at a time that would give me 8 hours... I wouldn't be able to fall asleep. Or if I did fall asleep, I'd wake up 2 hours early.
Yeah, pretty much.
Again, there's variation in humans that you need to account for. An average of 8 hours sleep a night is probably some kind of medical recommendation, but that doesn't mean that everyone functions best with 8 hours or is even capable of 8 hours in one go.
Yeah.
Some people just work differently. Food. The submissive will eat regularly to maintain her health and well-being from a prescribed list of foods, Appendix 4. The submissive will not snack between meals with the exception of fruit.
Wow.
Miserable.
Horrible.
Could not do it. Anyway, right there, I'm out.
Bye.
I love snacks. Clothes.
Also, once again, bringing up different types of people. Some people are grazers.
Yeah, some people... can't eat a full meal, it will make them feel sick. Some people can't eat breakfast because it's too early.
Like me.
Like, I have a couple of friends who can't really eat before 10 a.m. Some people can't really eat before 12 p.m. Like, some people fast during the day and they eat, like, at nighttime.
Some people fast for religious reasons.
Yeah, like, I highly doubt that he's ever had a Muslim sub, but what if he proposes this contract to a Muslim woman and the term would take place over Ramadan? Like, well, not that would ever happen because the racism, but anyway, clothes.
Well, I mean, not all Muslims are Middle Eastern.
That's true. That is true. During the term, the submissive will wear clothing only approved by the dominant. The dominant will provide a clothing budget for the submissive, which the submissive shall utilize. The dominant shall accompany the submissive to purchase clothing on an ad hoc basis.
Slipped out of sexy Alexa.
Oh,
Alexa.
Sorry. If the dominant so requires, the submissive shall, during the term, wear adornments the dominant shall require in the presence of the dominant and at any other time the dominant deems fit. Are the clothes hers to keep? Not specified. Does not say. Just says during the term she will wear only clothing approved by the dominant. Does not say if she gets to keep it. Exercise. The dominant shall provide the submissive with a personal trainer 4 times a week in hour-long sessions, at times to be mutually agreed between the personal trainer and the submissive. The personal trainer will report to the dominant on the submissive's progress.
Don't like it.
I don't... And granted, I'm not really in the fitness world, but I don't know of any personal trainer that would be okay with that arrangement.
Yeah.
If I was a personal trainer and I was told that I had to report to someone else about my client's progress and that person was not like a health professional or something like that, I
Yeah.
don't think I'd be comfortable with that. We're now involving other people
in
this kink.
Yeah.
Personal hygiene and beauty. The submissive will keep herself clean and shaved and or waxed at all times. The submissive will visit a beauty salon of the dominant's choosing at time, which is his abuser's salon.
Yeah.
To be decided by the dominant and undergo whatever treatments the dominant sees fit. All costs will be met by the dominant. Personal safety. The submissive will not drink to excess, smoke, take recreational drugs, or put herself in any unnecessary danger. Vague. Does that mean take a bus? Does that mean go outside at night? Unclear. Again, drive a car? Any of these things could be potentially dangerous.
Yep.
Personal qualities. The submissive will not enter into any sexual relations with anyone other than the dominant. The submissive will conduct herself in a respectful and modest manner at all times. I don't like that modest in there. Rise of tradwife shit. Don't like that. Again, if you're doing tradwife shit as a kink and it's like a agreed upon role, fine.
Yeah.
Which I guess this is, but I don't know. It's the word modest has kind of been ruined for me. She must recognize that her behavior is a direct reflection on the dominant. To whom? Because it was my understanding that he's never seen in public with any women and has never taken any of his submissives as dates to anything.
Yeah.
So, to whom is her behavior a reflection on the dominant?
Especially since, she has that NDA. I'm just like...
She shall be held accountable for any misdeeds, wrongdoings, and misbehavior committed when not in the presence of the dominant.
What?
What do you mean?
What do you mean, Goofy?
Because, assumedly, per NDA and per everything else, no one's supposed to know that they're in any way connected. His family keeps joking that they think he's gay because they've never seen him with a woman. What do you mean? And again, we could have an aside from him that explains that this is something he recently added because of his surprise that he has been seen in public with her. He has gone on dates with her. He could be giving us some context that, oh, I added this one recently. But no, we don't get any context. We don't get any internal thoughts. It's just presented dry.
Yeah. Which,
like an overcooked chicken. With no seasoning. It's horrid. Failure to comply with any of the above will result in immediate punishment, the nature of which shall be determined by the dominant. Appendix 2. Hard limits. No acts involving fire play. Oh, like, there goes your burning the hair example. No acts involving urination or defecation and the products thereof. No acts involving needles, knives, cutting, piercing, or blood. No acts involving gynecological medical instruments. No acts involving children or animals. That one doesn't need to be said because that's a crime.
That's illegal.
You're not allowed to do that with or without a contract. No acts that will leave any permanent marks on the skin. No acts involving breath control. No activity that involves the direct contact of electric current, whether alternating or direct, fire, or flames, to the body. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Good list of hard limits, except for that one that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah.
Appendix 3. Soft limits, to be discussed and agreed between both parties. See, I feel like Appendix 2 should have a note that says, and anything that the submissive deems a hard limit.
Yeah.
Because these are just his hard limits.
Yeah. She's not allowed, there's no spot for her to put in her hard limits.
But she can discuss the soft limits. And it's like a fucking menu.
Yeah.
Which is not what a soft limits are. Soft limits are like, I have some hesitation about doing this.
Yeah, this
would really need to be a specific scenario.
Yeah, or like, I would really rather like discuss this more in detail first. Or like, I might be open to trying this, but it might be a no for me. It's like...
They're maybes.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know if I like the sound of that. And some people, they don't like the sound of something, and then they decide, with their partner or partners to give it a try, and they do end up enjoying it. A lot of the times they don't. And it's just, you kind of go into it with the expectation that this might be a no.
Yeah.
Anyway. Does the submissive consent to? And like, what is she supposed to do? Just circle the ones that she wants?
I guess. I don't know.
Masturbation. Cunnilingus. Fellatio.
She's not allowed to masturbate.
Well, not without his permission.
But still.
Swallowing semen. Vaginal intercourse. Vaginal fisting. Anal intercourse. Anal fisting.
Brings out the rubber fist.
Does the submissive consent to the use of vibrators, butt plugs, dildos, other vaginal or anal toys? And again, I'm like, okay, so there should be a line here so she can write down anything. Yeah. Does the submissive consent to bondage with rope, bondage with leather cuffs, bondage with handcuffs, shackles, manacles, bondage with tape, bondage with other?
You should not consent to bondage with tape. Ever.
Does the submissive consent to be restrained with hands bound in front, ankles bound, elbows bound, hands bound behind back, knees bound, wrists bound to ankles, binding to fixed items, furniture, etc., binding with spreader bar, suspension? Does the submissive consent to be blindfolded? Does the submissive consent to be gagged? How much pain is the submissive willing to experience?
Also, okay, so they bring up gagging. There was no, in the safe words section, there was no, clarification on nonverbal safe words.
Yeah, good point.
So, no.
So if you're gagged, you can't safe words.
She cannot consent to be gagged because she has no idea what to do if she's gagged and needs to safe word.
Yeah.
This contract is in shambles.
I guess that's why it's in the soft limits of they would discuss that. But this is where I really just hate everything about this whole experience.
Yeah.
Just let me get through it.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have a lot to say.
I know.
How much pain is the submissive willing to experience? Where 1 is likes intensely and 5 is dislikes intensely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm like, so if she says that she dislikes pain intensely, what does that mean for everything in this contract so far?
That means that he just has to get up and leave and then jump out of a window.
Because everything else that he is all over this contract is pain play. He wants to hit her. He wants to beat her. He wants to spit. And if she doesn't like pain, that's all of his shit out the window.
Which, as we find out, she doesn't. She doesn't like pain.
She really, really doesn't.
She wants a vanilla relationship.
With a little bit of kinky sex.
Yeah.
Because she considers a blowjob to be kinky.
Yeah. Or getting her hands tied up with his tie.
Yeah,
baby's
by the way,
first kink.
Where's that bondage with? Oh, I guess that would be other.
Yeah.
Other tie.
Yeah. But it's yeah.
The things that he wants to do all involve pain.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't like that. They are not compatible kink partners.
Mm-hmm. And
just
yet,
full stop.
We still have to slog through this book anyway.
And there are plenty of ways to be a dom without engaging in pain play.
Mm-hmm.
Without doing any of the spanking, the whipping, the flogging, it could just be bondage.
Yeah.
He could just stick to that, but he doesn't want to do that. He wants to hit her.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, they're just... If anyone goes below a 3 on this pain scale, he's kind of fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we're almost done. Does the submissive consent to accept the following forms of pain, punishment, discipline? spanking, whipping, biting, genital clamps, hot wax, paddling, caning, nipple clamps, ice, other types or methods of pain. What if she just says no to all of it? I don't consent to be punished.
Also, he says hot wax. That's temperature play.
He said no fire play.
I thought
specifically.
He said temperature play as well.
No, only fire. Electric play. No electric, no fire. This is the hard
okay.
parts. Temperature play, like ice and hot wax.
Yeah.
So, her points. 2. I hope you remembered all that.
Go back and rewind if you don't remember what a fucking points and dependencies and whatnot she's referencing.
We could have just put in her complaints as we were going through it, but that's not how E.L. James decided to do this.
No, because
no, you gotta be flipping back and forth between the pages to figure out what the fuck this is referencing. So that's how we're reading it. Fuck you. 2. Not sure why this is solely for my benefit, i.e. to explore my sensuality and limits. I'm sure you wouldn't need a 10-page contract to do that. Surely this is for your benefit. We didn't even need the whole contract. We could have just had her points.
Yeah.
We could have just had her points. Whatever.
Fair point well made, not remembering anyone else who was regularly featured on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
4. As you're aware, you are my only sexual partner. I don't take drugs. I've not had any blood transfusions. I'm probably safe. What about you?
Another fair point, and it dawns on me that this is the first time I haven't had to consider the sexual history of a partner. Well, that's one advantage of screwing a virgin.
Ew, don't like that. 8. I can terminate at any time if I don't think you're sticking to the agreed limits. Okay, I like this. Keep an eye on that fine print.
Except.
I hope it won't come to that, but it wouldn't be the first time if it did.
9. Obey you in all things, accept without hesitation your discipline. We need to talk about this. 11. 1 month trial period, not 3.
Only a month? That's not long enough. How far can we go in a month?
Cry about it.
12. I cannot commit every weekend. I do have a life, or will have. Perhaps 3 out of 4.
And she'll have the opportunity to socialize with other men? She'll realize what she's missing. I'm not sure about this.
Oh my god.
It's really that? That's the reason?
I want to throw him in a lake.
15.2. Using my body as you see fit, sexually or otherwise. Please define or otherwise. 15.5. This whole discipline clause. I'm not sure I want to be whipped, flogged, or corporally punished. I'm sure this would be a breach of clauses 2.5, and also for any other reason. That's just mean, and you told me you weren't a sadist.
Shit! Read on, Gray!
So, he is actively deceiving her. He is a sadist.
Yeah.
He admits to this in the second book. He could just say that up front and be honest, but no, he's trying to trick her into this.
Yeah.
15.10. Like loaning me out to someone else would ever be an option, but I'm glad it's here in black and white. 15.4. The rules. More on those later. 15.9. Touching myself without your permission. What's the problem with this? You know I don't do it anyway. 15.21. Discipline. Please see clause 15.5 above. 15.22. I can't look into your eyes? Why? 15.24. Why can't I touch you? Rules. Sleep. I'll agree to 6 hours.
Yeah.
Rational human being. Food. I am not eating food from a prescribed list. The food list goes, or I do. Deal breaker. You note that we also don't see the food list.
Yeah.
As I was reading through all that, we don't get Appendix 4.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be an issue.
Clothes. As long as I only have to wear your clothes when I'm with you, okay. Exercise. We agreed on 3 hours. This still says 4. Soft limits. Can we go through all of these? No fisting of any kind. What is suspension? Genital clamps? You've got to be kidding me. Can you please let me know the arrangements for Wednesday? I'm working until 5 p.m. that day. Good night, Laura Hall and Linda Taylor. Her response is a relief. Drew Carey wasn't even that overweight, honestly. Has put some thought into this. More so than anyone else I've dealt with over this contract. She's really engaged. She's put more thought into this than anyone else? The fuck? She seems to be taking it seriously and will have much to discuss on Wednesday. The uncertainty that I felt when leaving her apartment this evening recedes. There's hope for our relationship, but first she needs to sleep. From Christian Grey. Subject, issues, date, May 24th, 2011, 7. He read all that in 5 minutes?
Well,
I want to know how long it took us to read it.
He knows his contract. He probably just read her amendments.
Yeah. 2. The 90s were just that fat-phobic. Winnie watching at the end of the bed. That's a long list. Why are you still up? Christian Grey, CEO, Grey Enterprises Holdings, Inc.
Why are you still up?
A few minutes later, her answer is in my inbox. From Not Safe for Winnie. Subject, Burning the Midnight Oil. Date, May 24th, 2011. 10 minutes. To Christian Grey. Sir, if you recall, I was going through this list when I was distracted and bedded by a passing control freak. Good night. Winnie's childhood innocence. Her email makes me laugh out loud, but it irritates me in equal measure. She's much more sassy in print, and she has a great sense of humor, but the woman needs sleep. From Christian Grey. Subject, Stop Burning the Midnight Oil. Date, May 24th, 2011, 12 minutes. 2. Is that a cat or a muppet? Go to bed. Shawty, I don't mind. That was a terrible Kermit. I'm sorry. Christian Grey, CEO and control freak, Grey Enterprises Holdings, Inc. Oh, look at that great joke we would have missed if we weren't reading every single word. A few minutes passed, and once I'm convinced she's gone to bed, persuaded by my capital letters, I head into my bedroom. I take my laptop, just in case she replies again. Once in bed, I grab my book and read. After half an hour, I give up. I can't concentrate. My mind keeps straying to Gamble on a Fart, how she was this evening, and her email. I need to remind her of what I expect from our relationship. I don't want her getting the wrong idea. I've strayed too far from my goal. Are you going to come and help Luz with the move? Kavanaugh's words remind me that unrealistic expectations have been set. Perhaps I should help them move?
No, stop now, Grey.
Opening my laptop, I read through her issues email again. I feel I need to manage her expectations and try to find the right words to express how I feel. Finally, I'm inspired. Oh, God, this is going to be bad. From Christian Grey. Subject, Your Issues. Date, May 24th, 2011, 1:27. 2. The fact that I probably won't remember most of this in the morning. Ha!
Wait a second. I'm typing one in right now.
Oh boy. Okay, I'll give you a second. It's up to you. Dear, she feels a little bloated. Following my more thorough examination of your issues, may I bring to your attention the definition of submissive. Oh God, he's hitting her with a dictionary definition. Man's got full Reddit, bro.
He really isn't like disproving my case that he's just a very wealthy Reddit bro.
Submissive. Submissive. Adjective. 1. Inclined or ready to submit, unresistingly or humbly obedient, submissive servants. 2. Marked by or indicating submission, a submissive reply. Origin, 1580 to 90, submiss plus IVE. Synonyms, 1. Tractable, compliant, pliant, amenable. 2. Passive, resigned, patient, docile, tame, subdued. Antonyms, 1. Rebellious, disobedient. Please bear this in mind for our meeting on Wednesday. Christian Grey, CEO Enterprises Holdings, Inc. That's the right words to express how you feel? I hope you die. I
want you dead.
That's it. I hope she'll find it amusing, but it gets my point across. With that thought, I switch off my bedside light and fall asleep and dream. Oh, God, are we ready for a flashback dream?
His name is Lillian. He's bigger than me. He laughs and smiles and shouts and talks all the time. He talks all the time to Mommy and Daddy. He is my brother. Why don't you talk? Lilliet says again and again and again. Are you stupid? Lilliet says again and again and again. I jump on him and smack his face again and again and again. He cries. He cries a lot. I don't cry. I never cry. Mommy is angry with me. I have to sit on the bottom stair. I have to sit for the longest time. But Lilliet never asks me why I don't talk ever again. If I make my hand into a fist, he runs away. Lilliet is scared of me. He knows I'm a monster.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck? I'm 5 years old. I'm a fucking beast.
I'm like, no way he didn't beat the shit out of you. Like, shut up.
He's gonna kill him. Violence.
When I returned from my run the next morning, I checked my email before having a shower. Nothing from Andre the Giant's legendary fart. But then... that was the chapter we read before recording, and it was great. Fart jokes are always funny. It's only 7:30. Maybe it's a little early.
Gray, snap out of this. Get a grip.
I glare at the gray-eyed prick who stares back at me from the mirror as I shave.
No more. Forget about her for today.
I have a job to do and a breakfast meeting to attend. Freddie was saying Barney may have a prototype of the tablet for you in a couple of days. Ross tells me during our video conference. I was studying the schematics yesterday. They were impressive, but I'm not sure we're there yet. If we get this right, there's no telling where the technology could go and what it could do for developing countries. Don't forget the home market, she interjects. As if. Christian, just how long are you going to be in Portland? Ross sounds exasperated. What's going on down there? Eyeing the webcam, she then peers hard at her screen, looking for clues in my expression. A merger. I try hard to hide my smile. Does Marco know? I snort. Marco Inglis is the head of my mergers and acquisitions division. No, it's not that kind of merger. Oh. Ross is silenced momentarily, and from her look surprised.
Yeah, it's private.
Well, I hope you're successful, she says, smirking. Me too, I acknowledge with a smirk of my own. Now can we talk about Woods? Over the past year, we've acquired 3 tech companies. Feel free to tune out.
Just go. This is when you go and get yourself a snack.
Yeah, go to the bathroom, whatever you gotta do. 2 are booming, surpassing all targets, and 1 is struggling despite Marco's initial optimism. Lucas Woods heads it up. He's turned out to be an idiot. All show, no substance. The money has gone to his head and he's lost focus and squandered the lead his company once had in fiber optics. My gut says assets strip the company, fire Woods, and merge their technology division into GEH. But Ross thinks Lucas needs more time, and that we need time to plan if we're going to liquidate and rebrand his company. If we do, it will involve expensive redundancies. I think Woods has had enough time to turn this around. He just won't accept reality, I say emphatically. We need him gone, and I'd like Marco to estimate the costs of liquidating. Marco wants to join us for this part of the call. I'll get him to log in. At 12:30 in the afternoon, Taylor drives me out to WSU in Vancouver for lunch with the president, the head of the Environmental Sciences Department, and the vice president of Economic Development. As we approach the long driveway, I can't help but looking out at all the students to see if I can spy Inigo Montoya. Alas, I don't see her. She's probably holed up in the library reading a classic. The thought of her curled up somewhere with a book is comforting. There has been no reply to my last email, but then she's been working. Perhaps there will be something after lunch. As we pull up outside the administration building, my phone buzzes. It's Grace. She never calls during the week. Mom? Hello, darling. How are you?
Oh, Violet, please save me.
Fine. I'm about to go into a meeting. Your PA said you were in Portland. Her voice is full of hope.
Damn.
She thinks I'm with rodents of unusual size. Yeah, on business. How's storming the castle?
There it is.
Fine as far as I know, Grace. What do you want?
Oh, good Lord.
My mother is someone else whose expectations I have to manage. Mia's coming home a week early on Saturday. I'm on call that day, and your father's away at a legal conference presenting a panel on philanthropy and aid, she says. You want me to meet her? Will you? Sure. Ask her to send me her flight details. Thank you, darling. Say hi to the fire swamp for me. I have to go. Goodbye, Mom. I hang up before she can ask any more awkward questions. Taylor opens the car door. Oh, I forgot to have him uwu. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
I did a dream sequence of, like, semi-uwu. I should be out of here by 3. Yes, Mr. Gray. Will you be able to see your daughter tomorrow, Taylor? Yes, sir. His expression is warm and full of paternal pride. Great. I'll be here at 3, he confirms. I head into the university's administration building. This is going to be a long lunch. And thankfully it skips. I have managed to keep... Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Out of every waking thought today, almost. During lunch, there were times when I found myself imagining us in my playroom. What did she call it?
The Red Room of Pain.
I shake my head, smiling, and check my email. That woman has a way with words, but so far there are no words from her today. I change from my suit into my sweats to get ready for the hotel gym. As I'm about to leave my room, I hear a ping. It's her. From Dread Pirate Roberts. Subject: my issues? What about your issues? Date: May 24th, 2011, 1829. To Christian Grey. Sir, please note the date of origin, 1580 to 90. I would respectfully remind, sir, that the year is 2011. We have come a long way since then. May I offer a definition for you to consider for our meeting? Compromise. Compromise. Noun. 1. A settlement of differences by mutual concessions, an agreement reached by adjustment of conflicting or opposing claims, principles, etc., by reciprocal modification of demands. 2. The result of such a settlement. 3. Something intermediate between different things. The split level is a compromise between a ranch house and a multi-storied house. 4. An endangering, especially of reputation, exposure to danger, suspicion, etc., a compromise of one's integrity. True love. What a surprise. A provocative email from Miracle Max. But our meeting is still happening.
Well, that's a relief.
From Christian Grey. Subject: what about my issues? Date: May 24, 2011, 1832. 2. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father.
I already did
Prepare
that
to
one.
die. No, but he says it multiple times.
Oh. Okay, fine.
I should have had them all in a row.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Good point. Well made as ever, Prince Humperdinck. I will collect you from your apartment at 7 tomorrow. Christian Grey, CEO, Grey Enterprises Holdings, Inc. My phone buzzes. It's Elliot. Hey, Hotshot. Kate's... Wait,
Hey, Hotshot.
Hey, Hotshot. Kate's asked me to hassle you about the move.
The move?
Kate and Fezzik, help moving, you dipshit. I give him an exaggerated sigh. He really is a crude asshole.
I can't help. I'm meeting Mia at the airport.
What? Can't Mom do that, or Dad?
No, Mom called me this morning.
Well, I guess that settles it. You never told me how you got on with... Shit, I'm running out of... The Cliffs of Insanity. Did you...
Goodbye, Elliot.
I hang up.
You should start adding in stuff that's like stuff from the book that specifically you read.
I should, but that's the end of the chapter.
Hey.
I hang up. It's none of his business, and there's an email waiting for me. Oh, nope, it's not the end of the chapter. Shit.
Shit, fuck. Keep on going.
From Improvising a Stunt on Set. Subject, 2011. Women Can Drive. Date, May 24th, 2011, 1840. To Christian Grey. Sir, I have a car. I can drive. I would prefer to meet you somewhere. Where shall I meet you? At your hotel at 7? Robin Wright. How irritating. I write back immediately. From Christian Grey. Subject, stubborn young women. Date, May 24th, 2011, 1843, to Rob Reiner's Bear Hugs. Dear...
Praying on set.
Praying on set, yep. I refer to my email dated May 24th, 2011, sent at 1:27, and the definition contained therein. Do you ever think you'll be able to do what you're told? She hasn't signed anything. Christian Grey, CEO, Grey Enterprises Holdings, Inc. Her response is slow, which does nothing for my mood. From Roping Off Andre the Giant. Subject, Intractable Men. Date, May 24th, 2011, 1849, to Christian Grey. Mr. Grey, I would like to drive. Please. One of the little people actors getting pulled over by the cops.
Intractable? Me? Fuck.
If our meeting goes as planned, her contrary behavior will be a thing of the past. With that in mind, I agree. From Christian Grey. Subject, Exasperated Men. Date, May 24th, 2011, 1852. 2. William Goldman having a panic attack because he thought they set Robin on fire on accident. Fine. My hotel. 7. I'll meet you in the Marble Bar. Christian Grey, CEO, Grey Enterprises Holdings, Inc. From
Aeriel is also having a panic attack.
Subject, Not So Intractable Men. Date, May 24th, 2011, 1855. 2. Christian Grey. Thank you. Starting filming with the fire swamp and some of the most dangerous stunts in the movie. X. I'm rewarded with a kiss. Ignoring how that makes me feel, I let her know she's welcome. My mood is lifted as I head to the hotel gym. She sent me a kiss. And then all I could think of is the king going, she kissed me.
She kissed me.
It's all Princess Bride
It's
from
all
here on out.
Princess Bride.
And that is actually the end of the chapter this time. So we are done recording, and I will put a theme in the chat for supporters to start submitting names. So we'll have our first themed session next time. It should be a nice, not long chapter, but I do see some emails, so we should get to use a couple.
Yeah.
And that's it for this time. What did you think of our improvised names?
Improvised naming.
We had to just come up with on the spot. Leave a comment below to let me know your favorite, and keep growing until next time, Rose Garden.
Bye-bye.